Good afternoon, students. Welcome to English B class today. How are you all doing? Oh man, I see some of you look like you are tired and like you're not really pumped up and ready for class. But how about a little bit of a fun song and dance to get your blood pumping and flowing, all right? Let's do it. Come on, stand up, join me with this. If you're present, represent. Come on from Canada, mash it down, come mash it down, come on. Well, students, I hope you enjoyed that little song and dance. I see some of you look more awake and more alert and more ready for our lesson today. So first thing, I would like for you to get yourselves organized into groups of 4. For those of you working online, you know what to do. Just go into a breakout room in groups of 4 and just click on the link that is present in the WhatsApp classroom, and you'll get access to what is called a flag sheet. All right. On these flag sheets, you'll notice we have some flags of Guyana, but there's only one color that is on the flag. This one color that is here, I would like for you to write on this flag sheet what you think the one color that is assigned to your group represents. For those of you in class, I'll give you one of these hard copy. You're just going to tell me what you think the color on here represents, all right? So here you go. You have 5 minutes to get this task. Now that you've finished completing your flag sheet, I would like to get some response from you. So I would like one person from each group to just stand and tell me what your group thinks the color that you have represents, okay? So I see Tracy's group. Tracy, yes. Which color did your group have? Correct, pardon me? Green. And what do you think the green represents? You think it represents grass? All right, that's not correct, Tracy, but thank you for your feedback anyhow. I see Mark over here. Yes, Mark, which color did your group collect? It collected the white. And what do you think the white color represents? Oh, the rivers in Guyana. Very good, that is correct. Good job. Over here, yes, Dwayne. Which color did your group collect? Yellow. And what do you think the yellow represents? Gold. Gold is it's partially correct. So I'll say that's a 50-50, all right? Now let's move on to our next. See, I've placed the 5 meaning of the colors of the golden arrowhead on the whiteboard. For those of you working online, you'll notice the Jamboard has a similar list of meanings on there. And so what I would like for each group to do is you're going to cut out the flag from the flag sheet, and then you're going to bring that flag up and you are going to place it below the meaning that you think your flag color corresponds with. If you notice, we have represents the agricultural and forested nature of Guyana, so you have to figure out which color you think represents the agricultural and forested nature of Guyana and place it underneath, okay? Whether it's blue, red, yellow, whichever represents Guyana's mineral wealth, you'll put the color and so on and so forth. And you'll do the very same thing for those of you who are working online on the Jamboard, all right? You have 5 minutes to complete this. Students, thank you for coming up and placing your responses on the whiteboard. So let's see, one team placed their green under because they think the green represents the agricultural and forested nature of Guyana. They think this is symbolic of that, and this is correct. Let's look at the other one. They think the color yellow is a symbol of Guyana's mineral wealth. This is correct as well. Very good so far. They think that the color red symbolizes the endurance that will sustain the forward thrust of the Guyanese people. Let me just say to you, class, this is not correct. But we're going to come back to this later. Let's just move on and check the others, okay? The color white, and this symbolizes the rivers and water potential of the country. This is also correct, very good. And then finally, the color black is placed on here to represent the zeal and dynamic nature of nation building, which lies before the young and independent Guyana. This one has also been incorrectly placed, so I'm sure you all know what to do without me having to say it, okay? Because this is correct, and this is correct, and we have these two that are incorrect. The right thing to do, the wise thing to do, the smart thing to do is to switch the two colors, okay? So quickly switch these over. We'll come to realize, class, that black actually symbolizes endurance that will sustain the forward thrust of the Guyanese people, and it is red that represents the zeal and dynamic nature of nation building which lies before the young and independent Guyana. Good job to all of you. I appreciate it. Now I have a matching game for you to complete. And this matching game, it's very simple, and I know most of you should be familiar with the various symbols that you see on the board. So it's exactly what you're thinking. You will have to draw a line from the symbol that you see here on the whiteboard to its specific meaning at the bottom. For those of you who are working online, please just click the link that I just sent to the classroom. It'll take you to a similar game. All right, just click on it and go complete that game. For those of you that are here, let's work together now, okay? So Tracy, I know you're always excited to go. So why don't you come up and match our first symbol, which is this green sign. What do you think this green sign with the arrow symbolizes? Come on up and match it for us, please. Thank you, Tracy. And so class, as you see, Tracy said that this symbol symbolizes recycle or recycling. Do you think that is so? Do you agree with Tracy's response? Yes, I agree to Tracy. That is correct. Good job, young lady. Good, Mark. Why don't you come up and match our second symbol? All right, come on. All right, so look at Mark's response. He said that this hand showing the two fingers represents peace. Is that so, class? Yes, it's correct. Let me have two other persons quickly come up and match these two symbols here for me to their correct meaning. All right, very good. Looking at our response, I can tell that most of you are familiar with these symbols. So this symbolizes Facebook, and this symbol here means Twitter. And of course, the final one, we don't need anyone to come and do this because we can all work it out. The final one would mean love. And so the heart is symbolic of love. Very well, all right? Good job on the matching game. Here's what I would like for you to do at this time, okay? I would like for you, seeing as though you would have done all of these activities, dealing with all of these symbols and their meaning, I would like for you, in your groups, to brainstorm a definition for symbol. Tell me what you think symbol is, only after you would have discussed it among yourselves, all right? The persons who are working online, go into the breakout rooms and do the very same thing. You have 5 minutes, and then I'll be asking you to share your response with me, okay? Go ahead. Now that you're finished brainstorming, students, would you please share your responses with me? Darshini? Yes. Why don't you stand up and share that? Okay, good. What do you think a symbol is? It is a sign that represents something. All right, good. We can work with that. David, I see you there. What do you think a symbol represents? You think it is an object that represents something else? Okay. Brian, what do you think a symbol is? You think that it's a logo? All right, good. We'll take one more response. Joy, what do you think a symbol is? It is an object that has a deeper meaning to it. Thank you all, students. I have some art pages that I'm going to give to you along with these markers. And what you will do with them is you will draw one symbol to represent any one of these 4 words that you see on the whiteboard. Whether it be strength, school, anger, or knowledge, you'll draw one symbol to represent one of those words. Those of you working online, know that you can draw as well and send it in to me, and I'll check it, okay? So you have 5 minutes to do this, and when you're finished working, I would like to see some of the work that you have produced. All right, Dwayne, Tracy, and Devindra, thank you so much for sharing your work with us. And so without them telling us, class, let's try to guess what each symbol represents, okay? So here we have a book and something that looks like a tree. What are you saying, Dwayne? It's not a tree? What is it? Oh, a brain. Okay, so you have a book and a brain. Now, which of those 4 words, class, do you think the book and the brain would represent? Knowledge, correct. Very good. So Dwayne, nice drawing, sir. Let's see what Tracy has. She has a book here, a pencil, an eraser, and a protractor, it looks like here, or a compass rather. So let's ask ourselves, Where do we use all of these different things? At school, correct. So this would be a good symbol for school, right? Yes, very good. And wow, look at this face here. Does this look like a happy face to you, class? No, this looks like somebody who is angry. Very well. So this is a good symbol for anger. Devindra, good job. Class, very well. Here's what I would like for you to do next. You are going to access your devices. You'll notice I sent a link to the English B group. Click on that link, and that link will take you from the video that you just watched. I would like for you to take all that information now, and I would like for you to write one simile or one metaphor from the object that you brought. Remember, you brought some objects today that I asked you to walk with last week. So those objects that you brought in, I would like for you to write one simile or one metaphor from those objects, comparing yourself to the object. And I would like for a few of you to share your responses with us. Thank you so much for sharing your responses with us. And let's take a look, class, and see if Cindy and Zarina did what we asked them to do. So Cindy, she says, I am a chili pepper. Cindy. Why do you think you're a chili pepper, I wonder? I hope you're not giving your mother a lot of trouble, all right? But to say I am a chili pepper, is there a comparison being made, class? Yes, there's a comparison being made, right? Between Cindy and chili pepper. And so looking at the comparison, what kind of comparison is this? Which figurative device? Yes, it is a metaphor. We've learned what symbols are. We've learned about the different types of symbols, and we've also learned what symbolism is. And so now I would like for us to learn how to identify and analyze symbolism, particularly in poetry. So before we can do so, there are a few questions we must ask ourselves, or a few steps to take. The first step, or the first question we should ask ourselves is, what is the object? Meaning, what is the object that is present in the poem that we are reading? And then we need to ask ourselves, okay, is this object frequently occurring? Is it being produced to us as a metaphor or a simile? So looking at this poem by William Shakespeare, All the World's a Stage, we see first of all that the object is introduced as a metaphor, because it says all the world's a stage, comparing the world to a stage. All right, so here we can already see what the object is. The object is the stage. Next. The second step, we need to ask ourselves this question: what is the writer's attitude towards this object? Shakespeare says all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. So you see, with all that said, I would like for you to organize into groups of two, and what you'll do is you'll collect this symbolism worksheet, and you will read through the extract and circle all of the symbols that are present in the extract. By following, for those persons working online, please click on the link that has been sent to the classroom, and of course take your mouse pad and just draw a circle around all the symbols that are present in the extract. Remember, you're working in groups of two. Yeah, 5 minutes to do this. All that we've learned so far about symbols and symbolism and how to identify and analyze symbols, students, here's what I would like for you to do for this activity. You will reference this graphic organizer that I have here, and you're going to read through this poem extract that I'm going to give to you. It's entitled My Heart Leaps Up by William Wordsworth. Right? So you're going to read through this poem, then you are going to identify one symbol that is present in the poem, and then in no less than 20 words, you are going to comment or write about the effectiveness of this one object that is present in this poem. You have 20 minutes to do this. You can go ahead and get work. Casey volunteered and submitted her work online, and here's a copy of it. She says, in the poem, My Heart Leaps Up, one symbol used is the rainbow. The use of this symbol creates a bright, colorful image in the mind of the reader, correctly describing the poet's feelings of hope. And Casey, I must say to you, good job. This is correct. She got the symbol right, and of course our explanation. As we close our class today, here's what we'll do before we leave. All right, I have some emojis here, and these are some templates that you are going to use to create your very own emoji badge. So what you'll do is you will take these and either choose to trace them or however you want to copy them, and then you are going to make an emoji badge. So the emoji reaction that you're going to place on this badge must symbolize how you feel about the lesson. Okay, so Karen, Tristan, and Janelle, thank you for sharing your completed emoji badges with us. And so by the look of Karen's emoji badge, it seems like she was very confused about the lesson overall. And let me check to see what is the most important thing she learned. She said, I learned that symbols act as a visual aid to help us better understand difficult ideas. All right, good. And then let's look at Tristan. Tristan seems very happy. So I am assuming based on this that he understood the lesson very well. Okay, let's see what he has at the back. He says, I learned that symbolism adds emotions to a poem. All right, Tristan, very good. Now let's see Janelle. Well, the expression here on her emoji badge leads me to think that, you know, it was a fair lesson. She understood some and there's some certain things she didn't understand, right? Let's see what she wrote at the back. She says, symbolism helps us to understand the deeper or hidden meaning of a poem. All right, Janelle, thank you for sharing that with us. And so with all that you would have learned about symbolism, students, I really hope that this improves your understanding of poetry, but I also hope that it improves how you see the world now. Everything and anything can be a symbol. So put into practice what you would have learned and have a great day.